Over the years, Nebraska Greats has annually picked out one recipient or a family that has gone above and beyond the call of duty to donate their time, their resources, and their experiences to better the whole idea around Nebraska Greats.
There they are again, folks, in that formation that worked out for so many years, but we just stopped doing for some reason. Okay, Crouchy gets the ball. One man to beat, and holy just murdered that Iowa player.
I've always been very fond of Eric. A lot of guys who win the Heisman Trophy and have the success that he did come to believe that they're a little bit special, and Eric is not that way. He's always been very willing to help and to serve other people.
Been around the foundation, I think, almost since it started. You know, I think it just comes down to, wanting to reach your hand out and say, man, what can I do to help you?
So he's been a great role model and a great example of the very best in all the players I think that we've had around.
When you have an athlete that's out there that needs that help in growing the awareness of this foundation, I think is real important. I've had teammates, that have gone through some very big struggles. Willie Miller, dear friend of mine. Willie's told me many times, say, I'm lucky to be here. If it wasn't for the Nebraska Greats, I don't even know that I would be around. When you hear those words, you kind of go, wow, there was really something here. And it's not just one or two, but we've helped many athletes now.
I know that Eric is one of those guys that led by example. Seems like any time that we've ever called on Eric to do anything, he's been very willing to do so.
10 years from now, it would be nice to have, see this thing kind of just multiply, where we're helping several athletes at every one of the colleges. I know for a fact that there are many at each one of these colleges that are struggling somewhere with their emergency or medical needs. That's what this foundation can do. And being part of this foundation for me just means a lot to be able to help the whole entire state.
I think Eric is certainly somebody who would be very deserving of that honor. I think Eric is one of the most likable guys that I know.
How do you surpass that? Eric, please join me on stage. Congratulations. It's all yours.
Mike is mine. How are you guys doing? Well, it was pretty cool to watch the video backstage of Coach Osborne and be here with Coach Solich tonight and Pam. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. We're here to help recipients. That's what we're doing. I appreciate Murtaugh reaching out to me. I really do, because it's been a pleasure to help athletes that really need the help. I think I first started with David Hum. We went out to Vegas and helped David Hum, and we raised a lot of money to help David Hum. He was in a bad spot and needed a lot of help, and that's what it triggered me to think like, wow, we can really make a difference with this foundation. And we have. It's been spectacular. Willie Miller, a fullback of mine, another recipient that we've helped, and it's changed his life. I really want to make it brief tonight because I know we have a lot of fun topics to get to that I know people want to hear. So for me, honestly, just thank you guys for being here tonight. I really want to thank Troy Dannon, Marcus Blossom, and Adrian Dow for being here and really sharing the stories that we're going to hear tonight. You guys, have tough jobs right now, and we appreciate you being here and being part of this and talking about the ever-changing landscape of college football. Bridget, I think I just want to thank you for your courage and getting up there and talking tonight, meeting your family tonight. It's been special for me. Frank and Pam for being here. What a special evening for me to have you guys around, and I really look forward to seeing you guys again in December for the College Football Hall of Fame. What a special night. I'm excited about that. Board members, thank you guys for everything that you have done. You guys have led this. Again, we thank, you can't say enough thanks to the people that have really made this foundation continue to grow. We need you guys here to continue to talk about the Nebraska Greats Foundations to people that you meet. Spread the word. It's a great foundation. We're making a lot of progress, and people are getting the help that they need, but there's a lot of recipients that still need help. So we would appreciate your kind words. Board of directors, like I said, you guys are making huge impacts. Sandy, Mike Dobbs, the Jim Roses that got us to this part. I mean, there's just been a lot of people that have been part of this. Ashley, she's been new, a huge help to us. Matt Tompkins for what he's doing on the video and social media side. It's just, again, and I want to say a special thanks to, and I see Josh sitting here. What's up, man? Yeah, what are you doing, man? Good to see you. Thank you. Oh, are you? Well, come sit at our table. I guess we're close to each other. But no, I just been doing this for a few years, and every time I come back, I love seeing the support that we get from the community here to continue to spread the word about the Nebraska Greats. It's something that's special. This isn't done around any other state. This is pretty special to Nebraska and the colleges that we have here and helping male and female athletes with needs, medical and emergency needs. So it's just really for me, it's been one of these things that I've just been happy to be part of. Again, Murtaugh, thank you for asking me to be part of it. I want to thank Kim and Tom Dinsdale. You guys have been huge supporters of the foundation. And we can't say enough thanks to you guys for what you've done. I see Jim Eggers is sitting here too. You won a nice little auction item there. Jim, thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it. You've been here, for a long time now supporting the foundation. And all you guys, I'm sure there's many of you out here that have been continuing to support the foundation. Thank you so much. I want to also thank my wife, Nicole Crouch. She's the one that says, yes, I can go help the Nebraska Greats Foundation. So without her giving me the blessing to do this, I wouldn't be able to stand up here tonight. And then lastly, the Andre Franklin Award. This is just an amazing award. We, lost Andre way too early. And I think it impacted Murtaugh in a big way. And that's what started this foundation. So again, it's an amazing award. Looks a little different than the Heisman Trophy. I like it though. Looks but it means a lot more in a different way than the Heisman Trophy is. It's the Andre Franklin Award, which is meaning that we're giving back and we're helping people that need the help. And I think that's to me a difference maker here in the state of Nebraska. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything that everyone's doing. So we'll continue on with the night. Thank you so much.
You may have seen who snuck on stage. As Eric mentioned, he is in the College Football Hall of Fame. It is my honor. You cannot tell the story of Nebraska football without one of the newest inductees into the College Football Hall of Fame, Coach Frank Solich.
You guys want to sit down? Let's sit down.
When we have two Hall of Famers, we can't let them get away without a little discussion. Coach, if you want to sit right there.
In the middle, huh?
My time with Coach Solich, I know that he is super talkative, loves talking to the media. But congratulations, going into the College Football Hall of Fame. You are synonymous with Nebraska football. How did you find out that you were going into the College Football Hall of Fame?
Well, actually, Coach Osborne broke it to me. He gave me a call and said, congratulations on going into the Hall of Fame. I said, Coach, are you sure of that? You know, he somehow beat the Hall of Fame people in announcing that to me. So that's how I found out about it. Shortly after that, an express outfit came with a football, with College Football Hall of Fame on it. And then started getting calls from several different people involved in the organization.
You have an incredible football legacy that spans from Johnstown, PA, to playing for Bob Devaney, to coaching under Tom Osborne, to running Nebraska football, to also what you've done at Ohio, where the field is named after you. But now that you have retired and you're living in Boise, Idaho, you still got family living in Lincoln. You and Pam are happily enjoying retirement, but Coach Solich has never retired. You've come back to Nebraska. What was it like to come back for the first time in a while? And then also, what was that moment like where every single Nebraska football player from here on out, when they show up to work in the morning, in the midday, at night to get ready for a game, they will walk into the Frank Solich locker room? What did that mean to you?
Well, it was very special for me to be invited back, and obviously there was a time frame where Trev would give me a call and say, what about coming back? And I said, well, you know what, I'm okay without doing that right now, you know. And it took me a while to get to the point where I felt comfortable about coming back. And so when that happened, obviously the people were great. Troy was great. It ended up being a special moment for me, which I will never forget, and just feel like, again, that this is my home, and have felt that way ever since that moment.
Eric, you were your entire career the quarterback for Coach Solich, culminating with a Heisman Trophy. But
Might have been a running back.
yeah.
Could win. You'd have won the Heisman at that, too.
But early on in your career, you may not have stayed here. What did Coach Solich mean for you staying at the University of Nebraska?
Well, again, just the honesty. I think the opportunity to play football at Nebraska and really telling me that I was going to be a big part of this. I think as young kids, and especially now, I mean, there's a lot of us that, especially myself and others, that have felt like maybe there was a better opportunity. But having those good conversations and being able to trust your coaches, I think, is important. And obviously, I trusted Coach Solich. And really, it was a difficult time. But, you know, they were right. They were going to give me an opportunity to get on the field. And when I did that, you know, kind of the rest was history.
So let's talk about one particular moment which you two will be entwined in the history of Nebraska football. One of the more iconic plays of all time is about to turn 23 years old. Black 41 flash reverse against Oklahoma. It is one of the moments that might be the loudest that Memorial Stadium has ever been, when you caught a touchdown pass from a left-handed quarterback, which was not easy in Mike Stunts. But before we get to that, can we clear some things up that maybe 23 years later we can get to the bottom? Was this taken out of the game plan before Saturday's game against Oklahoma? Did I hear correctly, Coach, that it wasn't being run well during practice, so you and Coach Gill decided that maybe on Friday we shouldn't have that in the game plan?
Well, you usually have everything in the game plan just because if you're going to need it. Yeah, it was up in the air a little bit as to whether or not it was going to get called. But the situation was right for it. I don't think there was any question that the timing of calling that type of play is really, really critical. And we needed to get a first down in order to do it. Up above in the booth, they were yelling at me to call it now, and I held it off for a little bit. I says, if we get a first down, we'll run it because it's a first down trick play. And obviously, we ran it. Started to run it to the right with Mike then on the reverse coming left. He's a left-handed thrower, was a quarterback for us. And, Eric was running down the sideline, and Mike really made a great throw. But Eric didn't spend much of his time at Nebraska catching over-the-shoulder throws. So as that ball was coming to Eric, I knew it was perfectly thrown, but it was still going to be a tough catch. And
There was no pressure.
And once it was caught, I think I started jumping. I don't jump a lot, but I may have started jumping on that. And once he caught it, I knew that there was no way he was going to be caught. That we had a touchdown in the making.
Would go on to snap Oklahoma's 20-game winning streak and win that day at Memorial Stadium. Eric, when the play comes into the huddle, what was the reaction?
I was surprised. I was very surprised. I kind of took it black and white, like it was out of the program for the day. And when it came in, I'm like, for a second, I'm like, I got to act like this is not like confusing me. So it's like, okay, all right, we're gonna run this. Let's go. And it worked out perfectly. It was a little bit scary because it didn't work at all in practice. So that was the kind of the unknown. It was like, okay, I guess you're seeing something I'm not seeing. So, but I'm very happy that you guys called that play. I think many of us are too.
There were a lot of plays during your career that Coach Solich and Coach Gill called. Ladies and gentlemen, two college football Hall of Famers with us, Eric Crouch and Frank Solich.